Hey, what's going on, guys? Today, I want to talk about a new fund that YieldMax is coming out with, and pretty much their plan with it. I first want to talk about some of the negative things people have really talked about YieldMax is their funds and how much NAV erosion has kind of happened with these funds. Besides like um, Nvidia and Misty. Um, for the most part, most of the other ones have kind of eroded, and that's kind of expected with, how much distributions these funds are paying out. But with these new funds that they're looking at releasing, I think, as they even mentioned in this tweet here, that we're you're going to see a lot more capital appreciation. And with the caveat with that is you're going to get a smaller yield. So they're going to target different investors out there, right? Obviously, if you're in retirement and you're trying to live off your investments now, then obviously, a lot of people are going to be looking at getting the most yield from their assets they have today. However, if you're a younger investor and you have a further time horizon before you actually need this cash flow to live on, seeking a smaller yielding portfolio that has a bigger upside, kind of makes sense for a lot of people. So, looking at this fund though, the Yield Max Target 12 Big 50 Option Income ETF is coming in November. So, ticker symbol BIGY seeks capital appreciation via direct investments in a portfolio of 50 large cap US companies. So, that's interesting as well to see, direct investments. So I don't know if that means creating a synthetic position or actually owning the underlying, which I I want to say that it's probably going to be a combination of both. But they're targeting an annual income of 12%, which is roughly at 1% per month, by selling options on some or all of its portfolio's companies. So that's another um, big thing that they mention here as well. This is kind of like DIVO. DIVO invest in stocks that pay dividends, some that don't pay dividends, but mainly large cap companies, and they kind of strategically sell covered calls. Obviously, if a stock is running up, that they might be a little bit more conservative or sell a little bit further out of the money, and so forth. But the cool thing about this, they say some. So that means that, they're not forced to sell options every month, every week or every month or however often they're doing it. It gives them some more flexibility. So it lets the fund manager kind of be a little bit more strategic with that, which I am a huge fan of. And that's kind of a con with some of their other funds, right? Like they are forced to produce income. So regardless if we're in a bear market, Tesla drops 20, 30%, they're forced to continually sell covered calls either at the money or a little bit above the money. Even if it doesn't kind of make sense to do that at that particular time, they're kind of forced to. So I like this. The idea with this is they can be a little bit more strategic. Obviously, they're still trying to target a pretty high income yield of 12%, but they can be a little bit more strategic with that. So definitely a big fan of that there. And then their disclaimer, as with any investment, there's risk that you could lose all or a portion of your investment in the fund. Please click this link for a complete list of fund risk. Um, but it looks like it's being distributed by Foresight Fund Services. So pretty interesting there, needless to say. Looking at some different comments here. Yeah, so this is another kind of similar one ran by Tap Alpha, TSPY. So you're getting growth in daily income, but they're targeting a much smaller yield there. These are some funny gifts. Love seeing this. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to be it for the rundown. Definitely go check out their website and read the fun details for sure. That'll give you kind of a better understanding of this fund. But I did kind of want to bring some light to this. This could be a more attractive yield to someone that wants more growth than income per se. And this is kind of what I've been kind of focusing on as well. I don't need income right now, so I've kind of been targeting definitely higher growth opportunities. But yeah, let me know what you think down below. Once again, this is a new fund YieldMax is releasing, ticker symbol BIGY.